Let's begin here. Hundreds of mine workers in Rustenburg in the northwest continue with their sit-in. They've been underground for an 8th day today. Workers say they won't return to the surface until their demands are met. ENCA's Nugutle Kulu is following this story and he joins us from outside the mine. Lindo, good morning once again. The other element that workers are angry about here is not just the dismissal of the 54 workers, but there's also the allegation of either sexual assault or sexual harassment. Where do they stand on that particular element of their grievance?
Hello?
Protest, or should I say the sit-in underground, and in fact they were in solidarity, standing in solidarity, or should I say sitting in solidarity with a female member of NUMSA, particularly about a sexual assault case. And if we can just get a sense of what exactly happened there, we are joined by Katlego Mogwera, who is the one that had laid that particular complaint. Thank you so much for speaking to us, but just take us through exactly what had happened before you opened the case.
Ke tlo bua everything yo yotlhe ke tla bua ganyane fela e startile nako re tswa sekolong re isitswe go etsa rock breaker certificate es re tlo ba di minera mo mining. So when we came back ntato o thomile a starta ampiletsa ko officing because office ya gage e positionilwe mo re tlokelang teng ge re ya go apara diaparo re ya underground. So every time ke ya go tloka that person o tla ba mpona, so o tla ba mpiletsa ko officing a sa itile no go a sa bui go mpiletsang ampa fatshe ba tsama batho ba tsama ba go apara kere ke a botsa and shout amplela re sit down ke go biditse, and then na I'm your man captain, sit down ke dule fatshe yalo ine le ntho e ntsenyalo e re galang like every day ibile ne ke setse ke tshaba le go tlella ka fo alente ke tshaba ke round yana go na le another road we re tsang hara ke gone go tswa ka kwa ga ke batla go palama koloi e risang underground. So ne a khona le go tswa e rampona ke na le batho ba re mpiletsa ngwanyana like ampitsa rude. So to a point ya gore wa bona gore yanong ha ke batla go mo mamela a starta yanong a bua gore ke batla di number tsa gago ka tla ka di excuse gore no I don't have a phone a re ke tla go rekela phone ke re a ke batle a starta bua gore no if ke batla go bolela something ke tla gore o sa fete ka nna you will never go anywhere mo Lanxess. And then ka mmolelele ka re na I will not agree le wena ka ntho because motho o nkiste sekolong o nantsa itse gore ke a qualify gore nka sekolong gore ke go etsa rock breaker certificate na bone gore ke na le potential gore ke na le bokgoni bo ba gore nka isiwa sekolong. So I will not agree le ditse di bua to a point gore an latelle ko ke dulang teng a tla ke ka mo fa direction a ka mo fa di phone number just a bona koloi ya ka e phekile outside ke be ke mmotsa gore what if ne tla re o tsena go wa bona koloi yo wana gana gore maybe a se refo ke tsama ka yone ke ya someone else o no tla re ore ha ke ifing ke botsene fa wa kra ile gore monna o teng motho no tla morare a re no tla ne le tla bona gore ke tla mora ke re ka bitsa le monyana wa next door. I even have a witness ya ntho eo and ntate o repeatile ntho twice ke ntse ene ke mokoba rudely ko ke nnanteng gore a tsamae but asa mamele gore ona disrespect mo to a point a gore ke bona gore ya ntate a khona latela ko ke nnanteng gore ora ke sharp am founela ka di weekend ke sa tshware phone ha ke tsena mo mine wa goa if you behavior yalo I'm going to show you le nna ko officing ya ka o tla gore ke motho yang gore a starta ira dilo tse dintsi. One time ke le training center a batla gore ke ntshiwe ko training center ke mo koti because yena a re so ene ke sa fetsa le training ene go na le ntato momba ene le head of training center a gana go tswa mmolela gore motho o ga isa qualify ya ke re umisa kae wa sa dirisi batho ba ona le bona ba qualified a re no re ya shota ntwe ene mmaka tsa gore ntato na batla go mperekisa mere go wa di supervisor whereas ke qualify ke santse ke setse ka one subject go morago. So na khona go tla mo training center nkgoga ka matso I read funny things like I have in front of people I have witnesses of almost everything. That's one point I'm piloting underground. I mean I'm piloting go officing and then kadula hape fatshe and then ha ke dula fatshe batho ba tsena batso ha ke re ke a botsa gape wa starta wa ema o tswalla kgoro o ema mo pele ya gaga like one brick ha ke re ke pota ka fa ke yena to a point gore ba ngrep ba ntshwarele ka di breast that day ke le so head ka ba ka ya mokoting ke lla ka tsana go mokoti le batho ba ne ke bereka le bone ke fitlhe ka ba bolela gore I'm not okay and ke a tsamaya ke batla go bulela ntate okay ba mpolela gore leave this person wena o bereka le rona but ke ne ke feel gore I'm not okay ke tlogetse se tla ke a tlogela but a starta gape a tla gape le ka fight ko mokoting gore batho ba ke berekang le bone ba sa mperekisa ja then I decided gore to cry underground every day go tlo fela nna ke tlo end up again affected ke maybe gore ke tlala ke malwetse nyana sa nnang pila so I decided gore wait I'm tired ke mulela case ka iswa go HR ha ke tsoko HR ankisa ko manager a emela HR manager ene seo he gutla ntho e ntshusitseng ha ke tsana ko HR o mpuditse gore o batla go irang kare okay ke bulela ntato case before a bona evidence before a nkutla gore ke a reng ke ge se ntato a samplela gore you must know gore you'll be charged or dismissed for ntho o e bua gore unthreatened ke be ka ema ka mmotsa ka re ntate ke batla mpolele gore a ware I must leave this man a continue ang harass and then nna ke bereke as normal mari yena continue ang harass and then that person HR manager get out of my office get out ra tsola kon so ka beiwa mo clinicing ka start ka developer di notes ke sa je ke sa robale and then ke admitiwa ko Bethlehem Hospital okay I think I've said it.
Okay. But just as a last question, very quickly, did you see him do any of these things to other employees?
There are some couple women babang approach them but fear ya go bua outside but bone ba teng but bana le that fear ya go ya outside ba bua.
All right, also let's leave it there for now so that I can just try and explain what she is saying is that in fact as soon as she started at the mine she was a student, but what she says is that the victimization particularly on her started there and there were quite inappropriate some scenes happening here. She was targeted, she was told to sit in that office and at some point she was groped by this particular captain in question and that was when she had decided that enough is enough of going underground and working while crying, and she said that she did report this matter to the HR office and that was when she was even told that she must know that she might be dismissed for the allegations that she's making before even the evidence was presented. But she says now that in fact there are other women that had come forward to her complaining about the very same person, but they are afraid of coming out to speak, and this is exactly what had sparked this protest. But of course the NUMSA as well as the mine are at loggerheads right now, particularly because of the fact that they cannot agree on some of the grievances that the workers are trying to get. But at this stage I can tell you the information coming out of here, particularly from Ms. Mogwera here, quite concerning, and she says that she has opened the case and the workers down there were standing in solidarity with her, but it seems that that impasse or whatever what was started by that impasse hasn't been resolved. But we understand that the mine is trying to have a meeting with NUMSA at around 11 o'clock. That's the latest coming out of here at Lanxess chrome mine, particularly about what had started this protest.
Just very, very quickly, we are out of time. Do we know if this alleged sex pest is still employed in that mine?
What we have received as information from NUMSA was that the mine had agreed to not suspend him but put him on special leave pending, of course, the investigations. But those negotiations broke down. So as far as NUMSA is concerned, that person is still in there and is still working under this particular mine.
Live for us in Rustenburg, outside that chrome mine, where workers have been staging a sit-in. It's the 8th day today. On to